What's up, y'all? This is Truth, and welcome to America First. Today, you guys, I'm going to be reacting to a news story about how they are getting illegals up off of Section 8. Praise God, because I know for a fact it's a whole bunch of American people that could actually use Section 8, especially right now. So, the more illegal people we can get off Section 8, the more American citizens that actually need it can utilize that community resource. So I'm going to stop rambling, or am I even rambling? I don't think I am. But anyway, let's go ahead and watch the news clip. And of course, I'm going to be stopping and putting in my 2 cents because, as I've said more than once, I'm over it. I'm sick and tired of this whole conversation, and it's time for us to take our country back, period.
Continues to focus on illegal immigration enforcement. That while a war is going on in Iran, there is a new proposed rule targeting rental help for mixed status immigrant households.
So you see, right off the bat, they try to make us feel guilty. Oh, well, there's a war in Iran, 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 however you want to pronounce it. Oh, so we shouldn't be kicking illegal people off of Section 8 because there's a war in Iran. What TF do that have to do with American people needing some place to live? The reason why I say that is because when I was in my 20s, my mom had signed me up for something that they called a Section 8 lottery. And so they pulled my name, and I was on the Section 8 list for a little over a year. I got a letter, and I was thinking it was saying, hey, your Section 8 is coming up, because I was trying to go back to school and all this other stuff. And instead, I got a letter saying I could no longer be on the list because they weren't servicing families of one. And you had to have at least one child or one other person or something on the voucher. So I wasn't eligible anymore. Thank you, Obama. But if I had to guess, this is around the same time when they were having that Latin explosion. And so now I think that they took me off the list so that they could give it to some Mexicans or something. I don't know, because in the area I lived in, those are the people that were immigrating to our area. So this really pisses me off for them to be like, mixed status families are losing Section 8. They should have never been on Section 8 in the first damn place. Sorry about that.
NBC7's MG Perez tells us the change targets millions of people surviving with Section 8 vouchers.
The HUD rule being proposed would no longer allow mixed status families to live together.
That's the hard truth Gilberto Vera wants you to know. He's with the Legal Aid Society of.
That's not a hard truth. And to be honest, I don't even care, right? I don't care because they have no business being on Section 8. What did they do? Break into the country just to get on welfare? They can stay on welfare in their own home countries. They don't need to be here taking resources from us because, again, this is a resource that was taken from me to give to illegal people. I don't understand it. And if I can go back and sue those people for that BS, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I just don't even appreciate this shit at all. I'm tired of them taking things away from Americans. My family paid taxes. I paid taxes. I can go back multiple generations. I don't know. I have like my 8th, 9th, 10th great grandparents. They're here in America, white people paying taxes. So I don't understand. What is the issue?
San Diego. The nonprofit law firm is ready to offer free legal services to lower income renters who use Section 8 federal funding. In this proposal,
so let me get this straight. So not only are they mooching off our system, getting free housing assistance that Americans can't get, but now they're taking more of our tax dollars to give to legal aid to defend why these people should be able to come here and mooch off of us. Did I understand that correctly? Because that's what it sounded like to me.
from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD moves to close mixed status households, ending a so called roommate loophole. Vera says in most cases they aren't roommates, they're family members who are not yet U.S. citizens.
Right, and that's the point. So why are you here mooching off of American tax dollars if you are not a citizen? And I don't want to hear about, oh, they pay taxes too. Girl, everybody in America pays taxes that works. I don't care. You are not a citizen here, and you should not be on Section 8. Period. Go home if you want to live for free. Get out of our country. Get off of our tits. This is ridiculous. The only thing that's happening is our country is turning into Sweden and France and England. That's all that's happening here. They're ruining our country. And I'm not saying any specific person, but these illegal people need to get TF out of here. I'm tired of it.
It would force households and families to essentially either split up or lose a very valuable housing subsidy.
Right now, if a
Guess who else that housing subsidy is valuable to? Legal American citizens, foundational and heritage Americans. That's who should be on Section 8. That's who should be receiving help from the government. The people that actually helped to build this country, not people that have been here for 20 or 30 years. This is ridiculous. It is, it's beyond ridiculous. I'm getting pissed off. Let me just go on and play this video, but I'm getting mad.
family wants to qualify for Section 8 vouchers in one of these apartments, for instance, as long as one of them is legally documented, the rest of the family can live here too.
So, in other words, this is just like all these people that are on welfare because they have had 2 or 3 anchor babies that have social security numbers. They're allowed to get food stamps. So then there's food stamps and stuff going into those households where, in my opinion, those people that have been born here are not Americans. They are not. They are citizens of wherever the hell their parents are from. They are illegal. How in the heck can you be a citizen here? I hope that the Supreme Court rules in our favor. I hope they do the right thing. This loophole has to be closed. And in my opinion, they need to go back 100 years retroactive and get these people out of our country. Do not reward them for coming here illegally and having kids. Get these people out of here. I don't care if you have to go back 150 years. PBS already said that's why American people can't live in California, is because a certain group of people have came to California and taken it over. And according to PBS, it is the migrant people that come here to pick crops. They said starting in the 50s, they stopped going back home and they started taking up residence in California. And that's why the rent is so high in California in 2026, is because people never went home in 1952.
Is direct in the change it wants to make to the law, saying, quote, illegals, ineligibles, and fraudsters, pack your bags.
You damn Skippy.
So they would have to choose between keeping this subsidy that for many might be the only thing keeping them from homelessness.
Again, I see multiple American people homeless that would love to have that Section 8 voucher. I don't care. Get your shit and get the fuck out. Let me rewind that back, as a matter of fact. Let's go back and look at what this shit said. Excuse me for cussing. But this is ridiculous. I mean, it really is. It's getting on my nerves. I'm sick of it.
Pack your bags, end quote.
So they would have to choose.
Oops, let me go back.
Your bag. Illegals wants to make to the law, saying, quote, illegals, ineligibles, and fraudsters, pack your bags, end quote.
So they would have to choose between keeping this subsidy that for many might be the only thing keeping them from homelessness, or removing a household member.
So what did they do in their home country? How did they survive there? Where did they live in their home country? So maybe they should go back and live there instead of trying to guilt American people into feeling bad because they might be homeless. So what? Go do what everybody else does. Go get multiple jobs. Do what you got to do to make it. But get off of our tit or go home. Golly. I don't know why we're still having this discussion. It's so weird to me. Go home. Stop coming over here begging.
San Diego Housing Commission has the largest Section 8 voucher program in the city of San Diego. This complex in City Heights is one of the places families can live, Juniper 1 and Juniper 2. More than 16,000 low-income households in the city of San Diego receive Section 8. These dots on a map show apartments where families live that the new proposal could potentially impact. In a written statement, Scott Marshall with the San Diego Housing Commission told NBC7 SDHC is closely reviewing the proposed rule. We will communicate with our rental assistance families directly about any impacts they may experience if the rule is adopted.
Oh, I don't think if, because the new head of HUD that Donald Trump appointed last year, they are very, very serious about this. They are not playing around. They don't want any person in this country that is not a legal American citizen to get anything at all. They don't want you to get anything, and they mean it. So get y'all butts off of these little programs. You've had fair warning. You knew it last year. This has been going on for quite some time. Y'all gonna have to figure it out. But if it were me, I would just really just self-deport. You guys need to get out of here. Because the only thing they're gonna do is start putting y'all in prison. Because we need people to pick them crops, right? They put you in prison, you're gonna be out there picking crops for free. Just get out now while you can. Aren't they like getting rid of those cartels and all of that? Go home. Go home, take the money that they're offering you and go home. Stop being here begging, because clearly this is not the dream that you came here for if you still had to come here to beg to be on food stamps, welfare, and Section 8. This is not the country for you. Get out. Go home. Let your own government take care of you.
That is just going to increase the amount of admin and time staff spent to implement this in situations where current housing authorities barely have enough money to operate their current programs.
There is still
Right. And if you guys weren't there leeching off the system, then maybe they could actually be effective in the communities in which they serve. But because we have so many illegal people mooching and leeching off of these programs, of course they don't have the staff that they need. Why don't they have the staff they need? Because instead of them being able to pay an additional 4 or 5 people to work at that office, instead they have to pay rent for illegal people. And I'm positive the taxpayers in those cities don't really appreciate that shit either.
time for families with Section 8 housing to be heard on this proposal. HUD will accept public input until April 21st. After that, a decision will be made on whether to change the policy or not.
They're changing it.
MG Perez, NBC7.
And if the change is made, the Center for Budget and Policy Priorities estimates some 80,000 people could lose federal housing help. That number includes 37,000 children, nearly all of whom are U.S. citizens.
It's doubtful.
The Supreme
I know y'all want to say that they're U.S. citizens. They're not. They're not. You already said that they have illegals in that household. That's how we know they're not U.S. citizens. Knock it off. Knock it TF off. I'm just over this. To stop acting like these people are here legally and they have a right to these programs. They don't. And stop trying to make us feel guilty. It's not going to work.